Elayne started to go after her, but her guards moved aside to let Galad approach, attired in the armor, tabard, and cloak of the Lord Captain Commander of the Children of the Light. Elayne tightened her lips. "Galad?"
"Sister,"
Galad said.
"I assume that it would be completely futile to inform you how inappropriate it is for a woman in your condition to be on the battlefield."
"If we lose this war, Galad, my children will be born into captivity to the Dark One if they are born at all. I think fighting is worth the risk."
"So long as you refrain from holding the sword personally," Galad said,
shading his eyes to inspect the battlefield. The words implied that he was giving her permission to lead her troops. Streaks of light shot from the heights, striking at the last dragons firing from the field just behind her troops. Such strength! Demandred had power that eclipsed Rand's. If he turns that power against my troops...
"Why would Cawthon bring me down here?"
Galad said softly.
"He wanted a dozen of my best men."
"You're not asking me to guess the mind of Matrim Cawthon, are you?" Elayne asked. "I'm convinced that Matt only acts simple so that people will let him get away with more." Galad shook his head. She could see a group of his men gathered nearby. They were pointing toward the Trollocs that were slowly making their way upriver on the Arafellan bank. Elayne realized her right flank was in jeopardy. "Send for 6 companies of crossbowmen," Elayne said to Birgitta. "Gaibon needs to reinforce our troops upriver." Light. This is starting to look bad. The White Tower was out there on the west slope of the heights where the channeling was most furious. She couldn't see much of it, but she could feel it. Smoke billowed over the top of the heights, lit by splashing explosions of lightning. Like a beast of storm and hunger stirring amid the blackness, its eyes flashing as it woke. Elayne was suddenly aware of the pervasive scent of smoke in the air, the cries of pain from men. Thunder from the sky trembles in the earth. The cold air resting upon a land that would not grow. The breaking weapons, grinding of pikes against shields. The end. It really had come, and she stood upon its precipice. A messenger galloped up bearing an envelope. He gave the proper passcodes to Elayne's guard, dismounted, and was allowed to step up to her and Galad. He addressed Galad, handing the letter to him.
"From Lord Cawthon, sir. He said you'd be here."
Galad took the letter and, frowning, opened it. He slipped a sheet of paper from inside. Elayne waited patiently, to a count of 3, then moved her horse up beside Galad's mount and craned her neck to read. Honestly, one would think he'd take concern for the comfort of a pregnant woman. The letter was written in Matt's hand, and, Elayne noticed with amusement, the handwriting was much neater and the spelling much better in this one than the one he'd sent her weeks ago. Apparently the pressure of battle made Matrim Cawthon into a better clerk. "Galad, not much time to be flowery. You're the only one I trust with this mission. You'll do what is right even when nobody bloody wants you to. The Borderlanders might not have the stomach for this, but I'll bet I can trust a white cloak. Take this. Get a gateway from Elayne. Do what has to be done. Matt." Galad frowned, then upended the envelope, dumping out something silvery. A medallion on a chain. A single Tar Valon mark slid out beside it. Elayne breathed out, then touched the medallion and channeled. She could not. This was one of the copies she'd made. One of those she'd given Matt. Mellar had stolen another one. "It protects the wearer against channeling," Elayne said. "But why send it to you?" Galad turned the sheet of paper over, apparently noticing something. Written on the back in a hastier scrawl was, "P.S. In case you don't know what do what needs to be done means, it means that I want you to go bloody slaughter as many of those Shara Channelers as you can. I'll bet you a full Tar Valon mark, it's only been shaved on the sides a little, that you can't kill 20. MC. That's bloody devious, Elayne breathed out. Blood and bloody ashes it is. Hardly fitting language for a monarch, Galad said, folding the message and placing it in the pocket of his cloak. He hesitated, then put the medallion around his neck. I wonder if he knows what he is doing by giving one of the children an artifact that makes one immune to the touches of the Aes Sedai. The orders are good ones. I will see them carried out. You can do it, then? Elayne asked. Kill women. Perhaps once I would have hesitated, Galad said, but that would have been the wrong choice. Women are as fully capable of being evil as men. Why should one hesitate to kill one but not the other? The light does not judge one based on gender, but on the merits of the heart. Interesting. What is interesting? Galad asked. You actually said something that doesn't make me want to strangle you. Perhaps there is hope for you someday, Galad Damodred.
Hello everybody, Game Killer Daddy here, and welcome to my new mini-series of The Wheel of Time. What I'll be doing is taking some of my favorite parts, and hopefully some of you guys' favorite parts too, special events or parts from the book that really stuck out in my mind or that I just loved, that I can't wait to get to when I start reading them, and making little clips and putting it out there for you guys of those specific parts throughout the whole Wheel of Time series. The book was written by Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson. I'll be taking clips from the audiobooks read by Michael Kramer and Kate Redding. They do an excellent job. If you've never listened to the audiobooks and you're a Wheel of Time fan, you should definitely give it a go, give it a listen. They have different voices for everybody. You know which character is talking, you know what's going on, who's saying what. You're not lost. Who's that? Or, who said that? You know each character. They do an excellent job. I have nothing to do whatsoever with the Wheel of Time or the embodiment of the Wheel of Time or any entity having anything to do with the Wheel of Time. I'm doing this because, well, for two reasons. One, that I really love the Wheel of Time series, and I need to hopefully get more subscribers since YouTube changed their policy. But I hope all of y'all like this as well. If there's anybody out there that likes to draw Wheel of Time stuff, I'll leave an email down in the description that you can send it to. Just put in the subject, what it's about or which character it is: Lan, Nynaeve, Rand, Cadswain, anything. That way, if I'm doing a special clip on, a certain character, I can go and quickly find any artwork you guys send for that character or event. And if there's a special part from any of the books that you guys would like me to get to first or like me to do, please leave a comment down below. Let me know. I'll be happy to do it. I may even say, hey, this is for so-and-so. So please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. If you like the videos or audio video clips, give it a thumbs up and hit that little bell so you'll be alerted the next time I put out one of these or anything else put out by the Game Killers. And thank you for all your support.